All right, welcome to Jack Dodson'S Racing Insider News. We got Adam and Scott here. We got JACE, the big man on campus today. JACE,
Bandolero superstar.
superstar, the only three at Langley Speedway. I mean, when I grow up, I want to be just like him.
You are gonna.
I want to start over.
That's all how you look at it. That may not be true. Believe me.
Jack's here too.
Yeah, you could be.
Jack Dodson.
So anyway, all right. Hey, we got some things to talk about, so we'll go ahead and let you do your part, and then we'll talk.
See, we got to thank S&N Infrastructure. They're going to be here later. Flashbacks.
Big things are happening.
Yeah.
And have happened.
PPS Paquette Power Solutions. So if you want to get your standalone generator for your house, Keith is the guy. Right? Polecat. Polecat will get you fixed up. Frontline Performance Race Fuels, Parts, and Lubrications. The hottest fuel at Langley Speedway. May or may not pass tech. Will win a championship.
Yep.
Or has won a championship.
Does have a championship. So it has for now.
Langley Speedway, man, can't thank Bill, Chuck, Terry, everybody at Langley Speedway for making this our home. Really, I can't say that enough really about Langley Speedway. Miles of Seamless Gutter, thank them for coming on board and putting up all the money. I mean, they have spent a lot of money at Langley Speedway, especially with our sponsorship package the last few years, and with me prior to that, and the things that they've done at Langley Speedway. Appreciate them for
and it really was good that they got away from you and started doing for other people, because they could see that money they were giving you was going down the drain. So
I'm not so sure that if you ask them. So we really thank them coming on and get your videos. Got a few more days to get the videos to us so we can submit them or send them over to Miles and pick a winner. Keeping on with that, let's think factory canopies. They're going to give one of those 10 by 20 tents, or at least I assume it's a 10 by 20 tent. They said it's going to get a free custom tent and some chairs for the grand prize winner, along with the $2,500 custom fire suit. Keep it right on. Fast Eddie's Barbecue.
and here's one. This is a new one. We just got this today.
Hot off the press.
Hot off the press. Got it today. Fast Eddie's Barbecue is going to cater a night for the winning team here at the racetrack.
But we have to be invited.
Oh, we got to be. There is no party unless we're there.
Right.
So we're going to be there, and whoever gets it gets a catered thing from Party Barbecue, catered barbecue party from Fast Eddie's Barbecue.
I mean, I might have to submit a video
Just for that alone.
good. $2,500, a custom fire suit, a tent, 10 by 20 tent with some chairs.
What do you drive
My car.
around the track?
Nothing anymore.
Did you see him driving anything this year? That's your answer. No.
They can keep the money, man. I'll have the barbecue things.
Right? Yeah. I mean, a catered barbecue for the night on one night of racing. I mean, for your team and crew.
I mean, that's,
What more could you ask for?
Right.
Covering all the bases here.
well, I mean,
I got accused of getting here early today.
well, the last 2 weeks you have been getting here a little early.
He's like, you're a buzzard beater, and you're here early today.
Gary Kiddes to Scott, are you coming out of retirement? Gary, you got to be kidding me.
Don't worry, Gary.
You're safe. Mosquito Joe, gotta thank Mosquito Joe. Get 50% off on your first month of service from Newport News or Hampton to Richmond. Just mention the show or the racetrack. Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Mountain Jack's drink of choice. Adam just has to suck up whatever we like. So thank those guys for providing drinks.
Poor guy.
Bonder's Brothers Distillery. Thank Robert Bonder for been supporting us for a long time and giving us some special bottles for our
Give some to
500
Eddie.
show. Yeah, Eddie tried that product. You did it? You got any left? A little bit. And then check out their show, the movie, Lawlessness. Right? Yeah, it is a good movie.
It's a great movie.
Leo DiCaprio, whatever the hell his name is, he's the main star in it, right? He's one of the big.
I don't know.
I think
It might
he is.
be. I don't know.
It's got some big names in it. MPM Marketing, thank Tanya McAllister. She's going to help with the fire suit and designing and that kind of stuff. So thank those guys. Thank her. Slinger Speed Company, a local t-shirt shop to do your local screen printing and t-shirts. Hit Tim Brown up. Tell Tim we sent you. Papa John's for always providing pizza. But tonight we got tired of pizza. Pizza 51 times a year is enough. We got Passe's barbecue tonight.
And never mind, I ain't gonna say it. I'll be wrong to say.
GAC, Great American Company, Guillermo Amaya has really been with us for a long time. And really
Think about it. He's been basically been with us ever since we started. Just about.
Yeah, for a long time.
So
Appreciate that. What's up, Hunter? Official is the word. The rules meeting this year. Want to get ahead of the game.
I haven't heard anything yet.
Don't know on that.
That'd be a front office question, I think.
I think that's going.
Keith, you missed the barbecue tonight. He said, "Thanks for." Well, I thought Eddie would have invited you. Oh, Eddie said you just didn't show up. What's up, Gary?
Gary said Scott can drive his car.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Well,
Oh, he's got to bring his wallet.
There's the problem.
That's a catch.
All right, always a catch.
all right. For the news for this week, wasn't any real racing going on this week. They did have a big race down at Carteret County this past weekend.
Somebody from here did really well down there. Come from the back.
Cody Kelly got the win in the limited late models. Jacob Derrick finished second. Somebody said he came down pit road, but because of the radio
button stuck. Apparently.
Yeah, he had a problem with the radio, and he had to go to the back, and then he came all the way back to second. Aiden Millette finished eighth, and Jamie Sample finished 10th. So that was a pretty good deal.
Yeah, good representation of the lanes.
Who won the other races? I do know who won the Legends race. The Legends race was Jacob Staten won the Legends race. Cody Carlton finished third. He's done pretty well in his 2 races. He's been down there down south. Mason Weekly finished 6th, and Ryan Micah finished 9th in the race. So that was a pretty good deal.
Nice.
Randy Nestor, hey, that's not my problem. You didn't get invited.
Had to feed his cats. I was gonna say he's a single man this week.
Yeah, well,
he's lonely. He should have come and got some food.
anyway, but that's about all the news. It's been kind of quiet this week.
Arby's is sponsoring Junior Motorsports this year. I mean, that's been off of everything this afternoon.
I mean, I didn't know he liked Arby's, but all of a sudden now he does. Anyway, that's a pretty good deal. I mean, he's got a good situation there. Also found out that Daniel Hemrick is coming back to McAnally Hildeman, and Kevin Belcourt is going to be his crew chief.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Kevin was on the radio the other day and heard him talking. He's really excited about working with Daniel Hemrick. They worked together a long time ago, and he said he's glad to be back with him. So they're going to be good. I think it'll be a good team there. But other than that, the lawsuit is over. Praise the Lord.
Yeah, thank goodness they came to a conclusion, right, or a solution. Yep. You know, everybody, both sides had to give something. We don't know what that is. But
I heard today that there's going to be some ramifications here. Still, regardless, there's going to be a few little changes that's going to have to be made. And nobody's saying anything, but they're saying there may be some leadership changes coming. So we don't know what's going on there. But Butterbean was on the radio this morning talking about his Ram truck deal he's got going on. I thought that was really cool to hear him talk about. He's doing a lot of, he says, all I'm doing is working out. He says, I'm doing my part. Everybody else working on cars. So it's
super excited. I can't wait for the season to get started to see how well that turns out. I mean, I know it's going to do well. It's a good team.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of backing, and I think that came from Dodge. I think there's new CEO at Dodge and Dodge Ram, however you want to put it. And they're going in a different direction than what they were. And they're coming back into NASCAR, which is, I think, is a great thing, because I think sales have kind of like, since they pulled out and since, I mean, obviously there's some financial struggles there, but I think they're back in a better place now. But they were going in another direction and it wasn't going well.
And they got the new bodies for the Dodge late models.
Seen that.
Bubba Pollard had one down at PRI, and that was a big deal. I was talking to Butterbean about this. I guess I can talk, and I'm not talking out of school, but he did some testing for Dodge for their late model bodies and stuff like that. He did the testing for it, and he will be in one at Langley Speedway this year. So we'll see him.
Makes sense.
He'll be here.
Can't say which race.
Well, I mean, I think everybody pretty much knows.
Do the math. Scott, do the math.
I mean, we don't need to sit here and say anything about the Hampton Heat. But
That's what I was going to say. Is it going to be warm that
well, we don't have to say nothing about the Hampton Heat. But anyway,
day?
all right, we got our big man Jace, the only number 3 at Langley Speedway. Jace Rogers. How you doing, Jace?
Good. How are y'all?
We're doing great, man. I'll tell you what. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I was very hurt down at Southern National when you got in that wreck. I felt really bad because I have not seen you drive like you drove that night. You were on a tear that night, and I thought for sure you had that thing.
Thank you.
So
How did your weekend go?
It went well as far as we did, and Friday came, and that was just the day I wanted to get past, because, last year we didn't make it past Friday, but it's the next year, so let's move on from that. And we made it past Friday, and Saturday we did great, so minus, the little incident we had, but that's racing.
Yeah. Where'd you start at?
Started on pole. Proud of that.
Yeah, how cool was that?
That's pretty cool. I like that. I mean, that's pretty cool.
I mean, and you dropped back just a little bit at the start of the race, and you
Had a little
worked
spin.
you worked your way back up to the front. And I thought, hey, ain't nobody gonna touch him now. Well, somebody touched you. They reached out and touched you.
Yeah.
So, but it was. I mean, I was up in the press box, and we were all standing up there, and I was hollering for you. I said, all right, look at here, a Langley boy gonna win this race. And I told my wife, I said, this kid stands about this tall, and he's gonna win this race, and we're going down there. If he wins, we're going down there. But I guess I jinxed you.
So it's Jack's fault.
There you
Now
go.
we know.
Now you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's all Jack's fault.
Well, I mean, we can.
So other than that, everything went good down there. And so how did you like this year, the whole year? Give us an overview of the whole year.
Best year minus, we had a couple of incidents, but we still finished top 5 in points. Love that. Great experience in racing. And I'm just proud of myself because we did really good. We went from 8th on the rookie year to 5 on the second year. I'm just so proud.
You should be.
Moving up the ladder.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, you were hauling the mail down at Southern National. I'm gonna tell you what, you were doing good. I was on the edge of my seat there, cheering and everything. So it was really cool.
Does that make you more excited about coming back here to Langley? The beginning of the year, how fast you were the other week, last week, and thinking, oh man, I just want to keep the momentum up, right?
Yeah. It's just that track is more banking, so it's a little easier to drive, but at the same time, there's bumps all over the scattered places, like bumps everywhere, and you can't tell out if you're going to hit one or not. Because it looks smooth, but you go into the turn, and then you come out of forward, you're bouncing basically the whole way out.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's a rough track, but it's an amazing track. It's so fast.
So you plan on going anywhere else this year, or this coming year, 2026?
I think we're just gonna stay on a regular race schedule, see what we can find, and we're hoping for a win.
Now I'm hoping for you to get a win. Good.
That's not too far out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You might feel it.
You might be out there somewhere within reach.
within reach, probably. Hopefully.
So
we get you a video going so you can submit in for this sponsorship, man. We can make you part of the Miles family.
We're gonna try tomorrow. Try to get one in tomorrow.
Good luck, everybody else.
Especially if you got a 3.
Yeah.
yeah, if you got a 3, you ain't got a chance. Anyway, it's pretty cool, and I tell you, I was really happy to see you do like you did, and you've done a great job all year long. So who all helps you with your bando?
I want to thank my mom and dad, Ryan Crandall with Mercury Mulch, my mechanic Ricky, and my driving coach Jacob Derrick. Big thanks to all of them. And I just want to thank Mercury Mulch, Airguard Mechanical, Mill Creek Tavern, Top Dog Home Repair, Celtics Plumbing, Mezcal Mexican Grill, Walsh's Bait and Tackle, Boulevard and Maine, and Ham's Landscaping in Lancaster.
Damn, we need to put him on charge.
Oh, I'll tell you what, he got it down, man.
I'm gonna lie, he got more than we got.
I had to write that down somewhere to remember all that.
Ain't no doubt.
How the world you remember all that?
If it don't fit on my hand, I ain't remembering it.
I lost track.
So, you practice that.
We practice.
Do you get up in front of a mirror and practice?
No,
No, you don't get in front of a mirror?
no, I just say it. I just say it like, before we came here, he told me on the couch, he's sitting right there. He said on the couch, name your sponsors. I named them all out.
They
I
will
missed
be
a
ready
couple
when
of
that
you.
first win comes.
So what kind of party we going to throw when that first win comes this year?
Oof, I don't know. It's something. It's gonna be something. I don't know what, but it's gonna be something. Hopefully, I don't.
Now, you see you got Jacob
I just
Derrick.
hope I'm here.
Me too. Me too. You got Jacob Derrick as your driving coach.
Mhm.
I mean, that's not a hindrance to you at all to have him as a driving coach? I mean, because
He's asking if it hurts you, Jace.
I mean,
He can be using big words, Jack.
Come on, man.
hey, is he a pain in the butt?
Does he hold you back?
No, actually not. He does trick me around sometimes. It's my fault too. He tricks me around. Cause one time I'll go out and I'll say I don't like this, and he'll say, and they will make the adjustment. Next time I come out, it's perfect. They didn't even touch the car. They just got back there and took some wrenches, and probably banged it against something like they're working on it.
So it's funny because they did that to the girl in the show. She was
Oh,
like,
they
I
did.
can't.
Yeah, they did that.
Yeah, she's like, I can't drive it. She's all crying. He's like, all right, well, we'll fix it. And she goes back and finishes like sixth, her best finish ever. He's like, we ain't changed nothing. Just like it was the first race.
So in other words, they just act like they did something, and you went out there and went on and did good.
Yeah, but that is not what they do all
That's-
the time. They do stuff.
That's when a driver. That's when I get mad at a driver. If you go out there and he tells you this and then come back and you don't do nothing,
I would
makes me
too.
wonder, does he really know what he's talking about?
I would too.
I think you know what
But
you're
at the
talking
same time, I don't know.
about. Okay, well, yeah, I think it's.
How many girlfriends does he got? Just one?
Just
Just
one.
one?
Just one.
We can't get him in trouble. So I've seen him with some other girl.
No, you
Wait,
can't,
hold on.
Scott.
Who? Wait, who?
I'm talking about you.
Me?
No,
Oh.
no, it's not Jacob.
Jacob.
Okay. Okay.
He's not selling nobody out.
All right.
That's all right.
Is it the same girl that was here the last time you were here with him?
No. I can't say.
His PR team is telling him no. Oh man.
Well, see, I've got after the first of the year when we come back after the first of the year, I'm gonna have one of them young gun shows like I had before. I'm gonna have Jacob and all them here, and I'm gonna even try to get you back here and let you fit in with the young guns.
Oh,
And we're gonna have some fun with
It's
y'all.
hard to believe that they're like role models for him. That's scary.
That's who I look up to.
Look,
That's who I look up to. There.
I was at Southern Nashville and ran into Ryan Matthews and Jacob Derrick down there,
Oh no.
and I'm thinking, these guys, you know,
I
they're
mean, I figured they'd been on that cruise with you or something.
what you laughing at?
What he says.
You don't even know what's on there, man.
Oh,
You know what? If I didn't like you as much as I do, I'd tell you get up and leave now, but I ain't gonna do it.
what was Ryan and Jacob, little Jacob doing?
Well, they were down there helping Cody Bryant and oh shoot, forget who the other one was. They were down there. Charlie Beals was down there. They were all down, but he wasn't racing, but they were all helping Cody, I think.
Oh
And they were all down there, and they were. I mean, all they were doing was walking back and forth. I didn't
Just
see them
running
doing
them
it.
out.
I didn't see nothing.
That's what. they
But
did.
I didn't see any girls down there either, so I,
Or maybe you did. Because you know what happens at Carteret or whatever, it stays there.
Well, if they did, they didn't have them out where everybody could see them. So, so anyway, Rundstrom. Yeah, Rundstrom was down there too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I mean, at least they want a PBR.
No, they wanted PBR. There's some people that go to PBR, but you know, we'll have to talk about that at a later time in the show. We don't need to be talking about it now. But anyway, well, Jace, now I'm still telling you, I want one of your hats.
We'll hook y'all up.
Tell him he's got to pay for it.
We'll get all you.
No, you can keep it on your head.
That's what I did. That's what I did.
He tried it already.
Yeah, we need one. You know,
Yeah.
I like that. And see, and then if we have a hat, we can come up here and we can wear it on the show and pull for you.
Yeah, we'll get you guys shirts and hats.
My main man, Jace Rogers. Anyway, well, Jace, 2026 is right around the corner. You got your car ready? You working on it? Getting everything together?
Actually, the car is still in the trailer from Southern Nashville.
Oh. When
We'll get around to it. We'll get there.
Throw that right under the bus.
We got plenty of
season ain't
time.
there yet. We still got time, you know.
We'll get
It's
there.
Christmas. It's Christmas.
All right, give him time off for Christmas. Is that what it is?
Yes, yeah.
What'd you ask for Christmas?
One of PS5.
PlayStation? There you go.
PlayStation.
NASCAR 25.
Already got it.
You're set then.
you already got it, Clay. You ain't got to worry about it now. So you ain't get nothing. You ain't get nothing when you're driving for your race car or anything like that.
No, not really. Oh.
You got all that covered. Mom and Dad take care of all that stuff, right?
No.
He's too busy being cool.
He's got people for that.
Well, I can't wait till 2026 gets here so we can see you out there on the track, man.
Yeah, I want to get back on the track.
So
I want to get back out.
I think you're gonna have a heck of a year this year. I really do.
We'll be pulling for you.
I really think you're gonna be
Fingers
right.
crossed.
Yeah,
Fingers crossed.
that's
We're
right.
gonna talk to Adam after the race. Just hope it's not just before the end of the race.
And look,
Yeah.
even if you don't finish in the top 3, grab Adam and tell him you want to talk.
We'll make it happen.
Can't do that.
He needs to let you have an opportunity to talk. Everybody here at this racetrack needs to know who Jace Rogers is.
I think they already do between this here and other things.
I think everybody needs to know it. Though. So anyway,
We'll make it happen.
well, Jace, thank you for coming down here and being with us tonight, man. Glad to have you.
It's great.
Really proud of you at Southern National.
Yeah,
You did
good
a great
job,
job. You did a great job.
Really appreciate it.
So anyway, I wish I'd have known. Well, I didn't know you were even there until you went out there to start on the pole for the race. If I'd known that, I'd have come down to see you before the race. But
I bet he grew 2 inches when he sat on the pole. I know I wouldn't have. Walking so tall.
well,
Yeah, that's right.
he got on the pole. But you were upset after the race, though. I saw you walking down through that. So, he's not happy.
He was worried when I went up to go give the winner a fist bump. He was worried. He thought I was gonna say something, but nah. I don't. I'm not. I'm clean. I want to be clean.
Okay.
I want to be clean.
So Dad was keeping you. He was keeping an eye on you, make sure you didn't say something to him.
No, well, yeah.
Yeah. You know what?
That's all right.
I ain't gonna say your dad's standing right here, so
Come on.
I'd have said something. I'd have said something.
Say what
No, I'm talking about that night. I'd have said something to him. Because there was a whole bunch of people sitting up there with me.
They ain't gonna let him come back now.
There was a whole bunch of people up there with me felt the same way. They were kind of mad about that whole thing.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, it is what it is. That's racing, but I mean, wait,
If he
you
gets
raced?
one, it's gonna be twice as many.
Yes.
What?
He said, "You raised?"
What'd you got?
Well, if you call it racing.
He got lap twice.
Scott, you shut up.
That's Robbie Parker.
We need to get him on the show.
For what?
He's better.
What?
Not than you, not better than you. But he knows more. He never knows.
He knows more about what?
You.
He knows more about me?
Yeah.
He don't know as much as you think he does.
I mean, he's your grandson.
And that's debatable right now. Phyllis Fleming Yao said, love you, Jace.
Oh, that's my grandma. Love you too.
So that's really cool to see. Everybody loves Jace. And we're running around the pits down there. Everybody loves Jace.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Jace, appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming. And we'll see you next year when everything gets going.
Good luck. Don't run off with the mic. You'll be out there talking about somebody we'll be listening to.
I was just thinking about that.
Hey, you keep it on. Go stand out here and talk about that guy who wrecked you down there.
No.
He's not that. Nope.
Come on.
Don't let that slide.
What was the guy's name who wrecked you something there?
I don't know. All I know.
Great answer, Jace. That's a great answer.
I don't
It's a
know.
great day at Langley Speedway.
He won the race, didn't he?
He came back. I don't know. It was a great comeback for the win. He went all the way to the back in like first, not even first lap, probably. Off the restart, just came around the whole field.
Well, you did a pretty good job at that too.
But I didn't. Never mind.
You did a good job getting back to the front after you fell back a little bit. So you did good.
Thanks.
All right, Jace, appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot for coming out.
buddy.
Thank you.
We're gonna get you back again soon, all right? Because everybody likes Jason. You know, we're gonna form
They're
a
gonna be
fan.
hearing about him.
We're gonna form a fan club and everything for you.
That's right.
Not too much.
Yeah, right.
Not too much.
Not too much.
Yeah.
Listen up. See, Jace.
See you, Chase. See you, man.
Thank you, appreciate it, man. All right, go ahead with your between people.
Party is leaving the building.
Oh,
Hello, this is Christine
And Stephanie,
from Langley Speedway, and you are watching.
the Jack Dodson Racing Insider News with Scott Allen and Adam Wellbrook.
Brooke.
they're some of our favorite people here.
That's right.
That's
And
the,
that,
that's
and,
the
uh,
business right there.
That's it. They keep the wheels moving around here.
all right, let's
On
get
Saturday
Gary.
and Sunday.
Let's get Gary on here. I've had a hard time catching up with Gary. Finally caught up with him at Stocks for Tots. But anyway, how you doing, Gary?
I'm surviving.
Now, how was the vacation last week?
It was good. A little cold, but it was good.
Well, when you and I talked at Stocks for Tots, I know you were getting ready to go on that trip, and I got to thinking about it. That had to be a cold weekend to be down there.
It was pretty windy. It was. You didn't stay out on the beach too long.
I can bet.
Where did we go, Gary?
Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, we went to see some of the Christmas shows at the Alabama Theater and the Carolina Opera, and they were really good.
Well, cool. I mean, that's a good little trip to make down there, and that's a lot of fun too. So
Yeah, we go down quite a bit. We actually stayed in a condo this time instead of the motorhome, so it was a little different.
well, I mean, either way is pretty good, though. I'll tell you.
Oh yeah.
But look, let's talk a little racing and stuff. Are you doing anything with racing anymore? I see you every now and then. You're doing something with Jeremy Clement's team, but other than that, I don't know.
Well, actually, I'm retired. Finally, I worked with Jeremy for 11 years, and so I kind of keep up with them, and they kind of keep me in the loop some, and not as much as they did. But of course, I'm not there in shops anymore. But of course, it's a big change for Jeremy and them coming up this year. They're going to be running out of the Haas shop out of Charlotte.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it's going to be, going to be a little different. I'll miss being able to just run down to the road here to the shop and visit every once in a while. But it's a great opportunity for them and this team, and kind of looking forward to see what's going to happen.
Gary, tell us a little bit now. You got a little bit of an extensive time in racing. Tell us a little bit how you got started and who all you worked with.
I started out back. I guess the first race I ever worked at was in, I think 79 or 80. My cousin, he was a tire changer for Ernie Irvin back in the day, when Ernie drove that #2 Pontiac.
Mm-hmm.
And so back then, it was just weekend warriors. They didn't have all these fancy pit crew guys like they got nowadays. And he we got to talking one day, and I've always wanted to be in racing. My dad took me to my first race at the old Spartanburg Fairgrounds in 1963, and Junior Johnson was my hero. And I always wanted to be in it. I came out of high school in 1969 and went into a machine shop and tool and die type thing. And so I went to work for General Electric Company, and it was just, too good a job to just jump out and go into racing. So I kind of hung out of it for quite a while. And then, like I say, my cousin got me started in. He wanted somebody to travel with him to the races because it's kind of boring by yourself. So we started going, and I think the first race I worked at, I ran tires for Dave Marcus, and Dave didn't. I've talked to him several times about it, and he don't even remember me, but that's nothing to you. But then when I'd help run tires and do stuff with Bud Moore's teams, and then got an opportunity to go and work some on the 25 car of the Big Johnson T-shirt car, and that was quite a deal. Got to clean the windshield at Talladega. That was an experience, and but I could say that was truthfully the hottest race I think I ever worked. Back then they ran the Talladega races in August.
Yeah,
and it was hot. And I remember we had on black pants and black shirts and black hats and all that stuff. And man, I'm telling you, me and my cousin started home after that race, and we both had leg cramps so bad we had to stop 4 or 5 times on the side of the road to get out and walk around. So it was terrible.
Yeah, they didn't prepare back in them days for that type thing.
No, they didn't. So yeah, and then like I say, I worked some with Bud them when Lake Speed drove his car, and so then I got away from it for a while, and then had an opportunity to kind of get in with Jimmy Means, and he was putting a team together with a fella I knew, and Donnie Neuenberger was the driver.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and so it was a Quaker City Castings car, and I started working with him, and of course I'd been at GE for a long time, so I had a lot of vacation. So I used my vacation time to go to the racetrack, and that's how it kind of worked out. And then I got an early out in 2009 from GE, which was too good to turn down, and so I drove out of the parking lot that day, and I said, "Oh my God, what am I doing?" And 2 days later, I had a phone call from Jimmy wanting me to know if he heard I was retiring and wanted to know if I'd come to work for him. So I did. And I worked with Jimmy, and one of the best bosses I ever had. Great guy. And so then we ran several races there, and then kind of we missed a few races, and so I started. I think I started. Well, I jacked the car a few times then, and then I started fueling, and so I fueled Jimmy's cars for quite a while, and then he, got hard up on funding and stuff, and kind of missed some races, and so I started helping Morgan Shepherd.
That's what I met you the first time when you were Morgan Shepherd.
Yeah, and I worked with Morgan, and thankful he gave me the opportunity, and this was, I guess, 2010 and 2011, and I went in up there. Was going to Daytona, and he says, "Well, you're going to be the crew chief." And I went, "What?" Never done no crew chiefing before. Knew a lot about racing, but setups and all that kind of stuff. He said, "I don't worry about that. I'll take care of that." I said, "Okay." But I went to work with him and was basically his crew chief. And then he got the opportunity to take over the 21 car from Richard Childers there for a while. And so we kind of split off, and Johnny Chapman was the driver, and I was his crew chief for Johnny Chapman. And Johnny and I, we kind of hit it off. We were basically a start and park team, and we made every race that we attempted, but California. We missed California by 1/10.
Oh,
So yeah. So and Johnny is a great guy, a great driver. In fact, he just had a birthday. I was talking to him the other day, but ran a couple of races there, road course races. And things like that. And went back to Jimmy's and worked a while. And we went out to lunch one day, and we got back from lunch, and my phone rang, and it was a truck team asking me would I be interested in coming to work for them. And I said, "Well, I'll think about it." And then 20 minutes later, my phone rang again, and it was a cup team. Want to know if I'd come to work for them. And then it was probably an hour later, I had a call from Jeremy Clements. And Ricky Pearson was the crew chief at that time.
oh yeah.
And he asked me, would I be interested in coming to work there? And I said, yeah, because it's so close to home. I mean, 15 minutes I can be at his shop. So I said yes, and I went there. And like I say, I was there for 11 years, and I'd done everything there, from fueling the cars to whatever they needed done. And the last 2 years, I kind of came off of the road crew. I'd go to some races, but when you're 70-something years old, it don't work going over that wall anymore. So at one time, I was the oldest guy in NASCAR going over the wall, other than when Jimmy and I fueled the car, and Jimmy helped change the tires at Dover there one year. That was pretty funny.
But you've been around all this time. Do you have a special moment or something like that that you experienced, a big experience you had in the sport, or something like that?
Favorite memory?
Yeah, favorite memory in the sport.
Oh yeah, I have several of them. The first one I'll tell you about was really funny. You like funny stuff? I'll tell you a real funny one. There for a long time, I was jacking on Jimmy Mean's car, and he always had a 2-pump jack. And now most jack guys know what I'm talking about. You have a 2-pump jack, and I was used to that. So when I went over to Morgan, we were at Bristol, and I didn't realize that he had a 1-pump jack. We jumped over the wall, and I jumped on that jack, and my feet come off the ground.
I was going to say, how much you weigh? Because you got to be pretty healthy to jack those 1-pump jacks.
Yeah, well, you got to really give it everything you got. And I didn't have enough rear end to pull it up there. So I even had one of the tire guys jump on my back to help me push it up. But we made it through it. So that was a funny one. My biggest memory was the day that we ran and won Road America, which was Jeremy's first win. I was fueling the car. We had a new jack guy, and I had told him before we pitted, I said, now I will nod my head good when it's full and you drop the jack. Well, we got on the second can. I probably had maybe 5 gallons still in the can. And of course, on a road course, the angle on the can and all is a little different.
Yeah.
And so he dropped the jack, and the can hung. And my first instinct was, don't let that can go across that line, because it's a lap penalty. So I just flung the can, and I just tucked and rolled. And I rolled over the can and landed at the tire changer, feet into the front tire changer. It bruised me up a little bit, but it did not, it didn't hurt me bad. But all I could worry about was, did I get it full?
And being down there in the Spartanburg area, I mean, my son was down there with James Finch and at Phoenix
Oh, yeah.
Racing. And being in that Spartanburg area, but I mean, I've heard so many stories about Bud Moore and all the things that he had going on down there. You got any good Bud Moore stories that?
Well, not really, because I never was. What time I was there at the racetrack with him, we were just kind of fill-ins and running guys and that kind of thing, and you just did whatever he told you to do. Now later on, I'd sit and talk with him a lot. We would, him and a bunch of them would meet up down at the Peach Blossom down there, and
Oh yeah.
I'd go in and see them down there, and we'd talk old racing stuff and that kind of thing. And we used to go to some of the old book signings and that kind of thing, autograph signing things I've done with him before he got real sick. But one thing I do have is after the shop caught on fire and burned up, I did manage to get some of the bricks out of his building.
Oh.
So I have a couple of those bricks, and I will always honor those bricks.
Well, you know something, Gary. It's really cool that you do this stocks for tots thing and these special shows that you go to sign autographs and everything. I really think that's really cool that you still stay out there and become a part of that.
Well, I enjoy doing it because there's the fans. You don't realize how many, even the guys that works in the pits and stuff nowadays, not the guys that's every day on the TV, you hear their names and stuff. Those guys, they don't get the opportunity to do a lot of that kind of thing. And when I got asked to do it the first time, which was, I don't know, probably 7 years ago, whenever it was, the first time I did it, it was quite an honor for me to be able to do that, to be associated with people like, Ned Jarrett and those type of people. I said, oh my gosh, yes, I would be thrilled to do that. And so it's an honor to be able to do that. And the fans, when they come by, they're so appreciative to, just give them a signed card. They love that. And I laughed at last year when I was sitting beside of Dave Marcus, and I told Dave, I said, we're sitting here signing these cards, and I guess we signed probably 150 or 200 cards. And I said, I sure am glad this is not checks.
Yeah, really. But it is for a special cause and everything, and I think it's really, really cool. And I mean, it's an honor to come down and hang out with you guys that are been a part of the sport for a while. I enjoy just coming down and talking with you guys. I mean, it's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it's and you see people you don't see every day, and it's
That's right.
And the way it was for 14 years I was in this business, it was like the circus. You saw the same people every week, and they're your friends, and they're lifelong friends.
That's right.
And it's so good to see them and talk to them. I hardly ever get to see Kerry Earnhardt, but he recognized me quick as I walked in the door and came over and talked to me. That makes you feel good, like you really wanted for something.
I mean, it's really cool for me to hang out with you, and Ronnie Thomas was there.
Oh yeah.
I hung out with Dave Marcus for a little while. Jeff Hammond came over and sat with me for a little while. I mean, that was my hero at one time. Jeff Hammond. So I mean, that was really cool, and I really appreciate the fact that everybody makes a special effort there, and I love being there. I love being a part of it.
Yeah, it's a fun thing, and it's like I say, it's so. I mean, I had, after the show was over with, a couple of days later, I had people messaging me saying that they couldn't be able to come, and could I send them some postcards and that kind of thing. And in fact, I mailed out 2 sets of them yesterday. So,
that's cool.
And if you don't keep the fans involved in this sport,
there ain't no sport.
Where it's going to go.
That's exactly right.
It's just I've been trying to keep up with this lawsuit thing going on and all that kind of mess. And like you say, I heard you talking about a while ago. There's still things that's going to come out of that.
Yeah, there's gonna be some stuff that's still gonna filter out as time goes on. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
be-
It's going to be different, and but we'll see what happens. But anyway, I'm looking kind of forward to see what Jeremy's going to do with this new Haas association.
yeah,
It's going to be new cars for him, and that's going to be exciting because I mean we were running cars that we bought from Ganassi when they shut down their Xfinity Series teams, and you know how it is. You run them until they wear out.
yeah. Well, it's good to see that he's got a good hook up there, and I think he'll benefit from it. Really will. I think he'll really be a big benefit.
I think so. Like I say, there's going to be 5 teams running out of there, so
Yeah,
it's going to be the 00, the 41, 28, 39, and 51.
yeah. I'm gonna go down there pretty soon and hang out with racing Jason Huptail, and I talked to him about it the other day, and I'm gonna go down and see this new thing when they get everything started.
Yeah,
So
that's all
Well, that'd be cool. Yeah, I haven't. I've only been to that shop once, and that's when I was working for Morgan, and of course Tony Stewart used to help us a lot when I was with Morgan, and I went there to pick up some stuff once. That's the only time I've ever been to the inside the shop. But yeah, I'm like you. I'd like to see it too.
yeah, it's gonna be good. Well, Gary, we appreciate you spending some time with us, and we're gonna get you back on here and talk with you some more sometime soon. And
Anytime.
I hope you have a nice Christmas and everything, and we'll talk to you after the first of the year.
Yes, sir. Y'all too, and Merry Christmas to all.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's funny. Everybody at the stock for tots, and it's for a good local cause. Maybe one person don't belong.
Who's that?
Jack.
Oh no.
And you can say that all you want to. I mean, until you go down there, don't talk about me, okay?
He said Jeff Hammond came up and talked to him. He must. Be
I mean, I know these people. I know.
They know him.
I mean, they do know.
It seems like it.
I
Don't
know.
think he belongs. Just because
I know some people down there now. So anyway, I ain't gonna sit here and argue with you about this because it ain't worth the time.
That's a standout. I ain't arguing with you.
I'm more out of you.
I mean, we already said.
He's on timeout.
Well, as long as you.
Everybody gives me a hard time, but like, when Jack tells you shut up, you shut up.
Or you might be going to the PBR tonight.
Oh Lord.
All right, we got Chris Lilly on here. You need to do your opening thing, and
Hello, I'm Brian Morehouse, Director of Marketing for S&N Communications Incorporated. I'd like to welcome you to this week's show of Jack Dodson'S Inside Racing News with Scott Allen and Adam Wilbrock.
you look at Brian Morehouse. Hello, Brian Morehouse. Anyway,
What's up, Chris? How you doing, man?
Pretty good, pretty good.
so what you got going on, man? It looks like you're busy doing something there. What's up?
No, I'm at the shop and stuff now, working on some stuff. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff we've been working on for Shenandoah. If you don't know, I'm ran most of all the oval races and stuff this past year in 2025, and we're looking to really get things amped up for 2026, and bring a whole lot of life back to the track, and hopefully get a lot more people back into racing.
But Shenandoah Speedway, I've been there a couple times, and I really like the place. It's really a great place. So I hope you can get everything going and make it a big success again.
I'll say, yeah, the track, and I don't think anybody doubts the track has so much potential. It's a great facility, and to me the layout and everything of the track itself, it promotes really good racing, side by side racing. It's multi groove, and it just needs to be have a good team and crew of people behind it, and to get everything back rolling. And the biggest thing is we've been trying to grow the local community and get more local people into some form of racing, or something involved with the track, rather than trying to rely on everybody to travel.
So what are you doing to try to bridge that gap?
Between getting the community involved and everything. I want to try to get, especially this next year, see if I can get, the Shenandoah, the local town, and the county itself on board to, if they want to do some events there. And then the big thing's just been advertising, because the track really, it's been years since, they've done any advertising at all. And, a lot of people don't know anything about it. They don't know it, thought it was closed down, and there's just never was always any updates or information that people could get a hold of. So I'm trying to fix that by, we brought back a website, keeping the Facebook stuff updated, and just trying to keep everything as transparent so people know when events are and know how to get involved if they want to get involved.
Well, I mean, you got a lot of stuff going on. So what kind of classes or cars, series of cars do you have coming in there?
Our main class, most people know, is legend cars. We've had a pile of legend cars this past year, and we're looking to even expand that next year. We got some new people coming to the legends, so I think we averaged about 20 legend cars a race pretty much last year. But legends, bandos, stock fours, which are similar like a U car. They're like 4 cylinders. They're more of an open rule set than traditional U car stuff. And then I tried running any cars. It didn't go over too well. It was a bit of a crap show with that, but I kind of had to nip that in the bud halfway through the year, because it just people didn't want to get along and wanted to drive like it was a demo derby, and I didn't. I'm not going to have someone out there get hurt over something stupid. So
Over a $7 trophy.
oh yeah. You think they're out there racing for $10,000, but
what about the Crown Vic class, or do anything?
We're adding Crown Vics for 2026. We've built a couple here myself with the help of a couple friends and stuff, and I think it's going to be pretty good. I know a lot of other tracks have had good success running the Crown Vics, and I know it's going to be similar stuff probably with those Indy cars. I'm going to get some people that are going to be hard headed and think that Crown Vic has a bumper on it, a bumper car, and go in there and just send somebody in the wall. I'm sure that's going to happen, but I'm going to try to police that the best I can as the year goes on. But it's got a lot of interest in that class, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how the year goes out.
Now, I understand from Shannon Lester that you're looking at bringing the trucks there.
Yeah, and Jesse and them were out earlier through the year. Help one of the legend car teams, and they love the facility, and I talked to them, and they asked me, what do we need to come out here and run, and I told them if we can just get the car count and then get a handful of cars to actually put on a race, I'll certainly add them to the schedule. If they're willing to travel, 100%, want to do it. So I talked to, Jesse and Shannon, and I'm hoping we got a couple races scheduled, and I'm hoping we get a turnout with it. And, they want to come to the mountains and have a good time and, put on a good show.
Well, listen to Shannon. Don't listen to Jesse. If we're talking about the same Jesse call, we love Jesse.
Yeah. Now, you don't have any late models or limited late models coming there?
I have 3 limited late model races scheduled for 2026. We didn't run any this past year just because there's 1 or 2 really that are local, and I'm trying to rely on people traveling, and honestly, I come from a Legends background. I don't know a whole lot about late models on what they need tech wise, payouts, tires, all that stuff. There's a lot of variables that go into having a full size stock car series there. And I was just trying to juggle as much as I could, at a time, and taking on the racetrack and running that was pretty much everything I could possibly do. But now that, we got a year's worth of homework and everything, got a good understanding of what we're getting into. We're going to try a couple limited late model races next year, and if we can get good turnouts with them, we'll keep them on the schedule, or we'll if we want to expand and add a race later in the year, we'll look into that. But we're just going to get our feet wet and kind of see who shows up and what we can work with.
Well, that's a pretty good deal that you got some things in the works. Now, do you have anything else, like any special events coming up that you have going on there?
We're gonna do we do a lot of drifting there. Jason Richardson with Swing Set. Pretty much he's gonna run all of our drift events throughout the year. So we're gonna work pretty good to try to coordinate back and forth between the two, because the drifting honestly is just as popular as the round track stuff. But just the cleanup is the biggest thing that we've been trying to stay on top of in this past year, of cleaning the entire track, surface, everything, to make sure it is spotless. So that way, in between drift events and oval track events, you're not going to get tire wire and debris and bolts and all kinds of nonsense in your tires, or while you're on track. But we got a demo derby we're going to do in the spring. Probably going to do one in the fall. And I've also been talking to another group that wants to do a monster truck show. They're kind of like a traveling series, so we're going to see if we can get them set up and do some special events and stuff throughout the year.
Well, I'll tell you what, you got a great facility up there to be doing all that stuff, and
It's got a lot of character.
Oh no, I loved it the times I went up there. I went up there for a Hooters Pro Cup race, and I'm gonna tell you that was a great track to do that.
Yeah, I'm too young to have been there back in the day. I've seen pictures though, from when Jeff built the track originally, and had the Hooters Pro Cup there. I really wish I could have been around in those days, because it looked phenomenal. But that's something I like to work towards, is bringing the track back to how it looked when it was new. And on our to-do list is trying to to update a lot of things there. The track's showing some age. It's 21 years old, this next year. So we're going to try to reseal, some places in the track, fix some cracks, repaint stuff, and just give it the upkeep that it's kind of been lacking the past decade or so.
Yeah. Well, we wish you the best. Hope everything works out. And maybe when the trucks and all them come up there, we'll come up and take a look at it and see what all's going on.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. The more exposure we can get on this place, and get people here, it's what I'm striving to do. So whatever I got to do to make that happen, I want people to be here and have a good time. It's this past year in 2025 has been it was a lot of really good racing throughout the year. Wasn't a whole lot of stuff torn up, thankfully, but all in all, it was a lot of good racing between a bunch of different classes, and we gained a lot of fans and new racers along the year. So hopefully we can carry that into 2026.
Well, if you've got anything you want to put out, anything like that, let us know. We'll let you put it out here and let everybody know what's going on, and we'll be glad to help you any way we can.
Yeah, I appreciate it. All of our updates, I try to keep on top of everything on Facebook, and if we're really pushing hard on this Crown Vic stuff. If you're interested in getting involved with the Crown Vic, I'd be more than glad to help. Whether it's giving you a parts list on what you need, the rules, I'll help you put a cage in it, gut, whatever I got to do. If it means putting a car on the track, I don't mind donating some of my time. So.
Rules.
Well, Chris, we really appreciate it, man, and we'll be getting back with you again sometime, and we'll talk to you about what's going on at Shenandoah next year.
All right, sounds good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, man. We appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Man, that's we gotta get in on that.
The Crown Vic.
Dixieland, Shenandoah. We need a Crown Vic class, man.
I know that would. I don't know if we need a Crown Vic class out here or not.
Replace. Well, the super streets have calmed down. They're not quite as crazy. It could be the new super street.
No, we just need a Crown Vic. Not fit in the window.
Yeah. I think the Crown Vic class would be fun as hell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't understand the rules part. What rules?
Just race it as it comes.
I thought I didn't think there was a rule.
It'll just like it comes.
I didn't think there was a rule in there.
It's got to have a roll cage. think that's it.
All right, we got another guest
You wanna
on.
come here? We take the other screen off so it'll be bigger. Or,
No,
oh, you don't want to sit over by us?
no, I'm
He's
fine
good.
right here.
No? Okay. Thanks. All right, let's.
Hey Jack, this is Robbie Parker, your favorite driver. And everybody out there, you're watching the Jack Dodson Show with the Scott Allen and Adam Wellbrock. Hey Jack, this is Robbie Parker, your favorite driver. Everybody out there, you're watching the Jack Dodson Show with the
Where'd that come from, man? We're still hearing it.
and Adam Wellbrock.
Jack
Is that
pushed
on
the
your
button.
phone? You got it on your phone?
No. Jack pushed the button. What'd you push?
I ain't pushed nothing. All right, there's Miss Erin. Hi, Miss Erin. Can you hear us, Miss
I
Erin?
can't hear you.
She
Turn
can't
your
hear us.
speaker up. It's gotta be on your end.
And
It'd be funny if we were playing this as a joke.
Wait, just kidding.
Oh, now we have you.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Oh, that's
There we
weird.
go.
So, hi, Erin.
Hello. How are you? Hello, Adam. Hello, Scott.
Hello, Aaron.
What is it?
Huh?
What?
It's like replaying.
I don't hear nothing.
Oh, I thought I heard it like echo through. Was that me or did you hear it?
I think we finally locked
Hey.
it. All right.
All right, now let's get back to what we're supposed to be talking about here. We got Erin on here now. Erin, you was telling me a little bit about you got something going on with our S&N infrastructure sponsorship that we have with you guys, and what you got going on. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so we've had a very busy year. I, as you know, joined the team back in July, and Brian has kept me very busy. We are essentially, well, I'm gonna actually put you guys in the hot seat. Do you guys have any idea what we do at SNN?
You do some digging, some marking some lines. Power. Don't y'all do power lines also? Do a little bit of everything.
Man, you know that.
Good
You
job,
put me
you
on the hot
guys.
seat. All I know is Brian don't do much. That's all I know.
Brian does a lot. We keep him busy. We keep him really busy.
You do?
We do.
Now, I just saw him at a football game down in Texas, and then I see him. What was it? He went down on a vacation down in the
Cancun or something.
yeah. So he
Yeah.
ain't too busy.
We let him vacation, occasionally, but I will say he was at the game and then he was back at work on Monday morning.
Dang.
Oh, okay.
That's better than me.
Yeah, me too.
I wouldn't have
out till Monday.
I wouldn't have been back.
Would have been late Monday.
So tell us a little bit what you do and what's going on. So
Yeah, so we are essentially the people behind the scenes making sure that your lights stay on, that the internet works, your utilities don't get hit when people start digging. We literally cover it all when it comes to utilities. So we're that one-stop shop that is really beneficial for a lot of our clients. They are not having to work with multiple contractors because we have so many partnering companies that we do it all in-house. So with fewer contractors and fewer hands in the mix, there's fewer mistakes. And when it comes to utilities, you don't want mistakes on the job site.
so how, do you work with like other like 811 and all them in this type of situation? Is that what you're saying there?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are locating division. They do all of the underground marking. We work closely with Virginia Natural Gas as a subcontractor. Obviously, under 811, we work very closely with them. Our actual locate office is right behind the racetrack.
So how far do y'all go? Are y'all East Coast, down south, West Coast? How far does S&N go?
This is actually my favorite question. So we have grown a lot. We have offices and crews everywhere from Pennsylvania down to Florida.
Okay. I would say, how far does the infrastructure go?
Yeah. So we've grown a lot, and I would say that 2026 we are going to grow some more.
And then what is your process in that? What do you do here?
So I am on the marketing team alongside Brian. I'm very fortunate to have him as a mentor. I've obviously knew Brian for a while, but working with him and seeing him in his element, there is so much to learn from him. Obviously, I have a marketing background, I have a business development background. I handle the social media for our accounts. We just wrapped up a major rebrand across our company. So we were formerly known as SNN Communications, and we are now SNN Infrastructure. And that kind of puts everything out there under one roof. And that was a very fun process to be a part of, and rebranding everything and getting everything redesigned and laid out. And like I said, we just wrapped it up right at the end of the year. So we've got a couple little things that we'll finish up before the first of the year, and then we're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, I like a couple of the video. I like that one video where you with the dirty hands, and you were saying, "What do we do?" I can't remember. It was you put it out maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. Was it? It
Yeah,
was pretty
so
good.
we
Like
just
that.
launched a new series on our Facebook page, and it's called The Grit Behind the Build. And
Mhm.
it essentially takes our followers behind the scenes and gives them an inside look at what we do. Um, because we do so much, a lot of people are shocked to find out exactly what we do. And I felt, what better time to launch this series and kind of fill people in as we've done this major rebrand to kind of reintroduce ourselves and to really break down what we do. We honestly have so many talented people from behind the scenes in the office. We have an entire fleet department, obviously our crews with the boots on the ground in the field. There is so much knowledge and skill and grit that we have that I really love showcasing that and highlighting that and putting that out there.
How much? How much is the racing background and all the work you've done before? How much do you use that now? I mean, can you use some of those techniques and stuff now?
Absolutely. So marketing is marketing. Um, Anything that you are going to promote and that brand and you're telling that story, it's all going to tie together. Those skills I obviously carry with me and I utilize and tap into every day. Um, it's just obviously I'm not talking and promoting race cars. I'm talking about utilities, and it's honestly a lot more rewarding to be a part of something so big and obviously so important that impacts communities all over the country. It's very beneficial.
It pays more than racing. Racing don't pay that much.
No.
Then who is your consumer in the end? Is it the person that has a house, or is that partially, or is it Virginia Power? Because you guys have linemen, right?
Mhm. Yeah, so we do everything from, like I was saying, from power distribution, overhead, underground, fiber, underground utility locating, all of that stuff. Um, and honestly, we do a lot of work with, different cities, different companies, corporations, stuff like that. We're not the people that you're going to call if, your lights go out. Like we're not Dominion. Like you're still going to pay your light bill to Dominion, for example. But we are that subcontractor, and we're working with those clients.
Well, that's pretty interesting. I mean, you're a whole lot more involved in something I didn't even know you knew that much about.
That obviously has been a very big learning curve. There is so much to know when it comes to utilities, and it is a lot to take in. There is a lot of different protocols and different laws and regulations and stuff that you have to follow and adhere to. It's a dangerous job. It's a hard job. And I have the utmost respect for our crews out in the field. One of the most rewarding things is our company does a lot in the community. As you guys know, we've sponsored Langley Speedway. We were out there multiple times, and Brian has a great program down in North Carolina, Tools in Schools. We just launched another community-based program called Little Sparks, Big Futures, where we go into the classroom, we read with the kids, we introduce them to utilities, why it's important, what it is, and spend some time in the classroom with them. We do a lot of job fairs and work development and stuff like that for the older kids that are getting ready to graduate and kind of open their eyes to the different opportunities that are available to them, all the way down to one of my favorite things that we just recently did. We are a longtime partner of the Brady Strong Foundation, and with the help of our crews and our partnering companies, we were able to nearly fill a 16-foot trailer with toys for children at the Charlottesville Children's Hospital to make sure those heroes have Christmas presents this year.
Wow. So you got a lot going on down there. And how in the world do you get all that going on and keep Brian straight? I mean, that's the next question.
Well, so we are honestly so busy. I don't actually see Brian that often. We
That's
talk.
your
We
you're
talk,
lucky.
yeah, we talk daily, multiple times a day. But usually he is at a completely, like last week, I was in Charlottesville for the week. He was in South Carolina one day, and then he was in Georgia the next day. So we are all over. We do a lot of traveling for events and stuff like that. So it's, we just do what needs to be done.
Well, sounds like you got a great thing going on over there, and it sounds like you enjoy what you're doing.
It sounds like a fun job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Like I said, it's very rewarding. I get to do a lot of cool things. I get to work alongside a lot of incredible people. My only regret is that I didn't join the team sooner. It's been very rewarding, and I'm excited to see what's ahead. Obviously, like I said, we're busy. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to learn, but I'm surrounded by really great people.
And Brian.
Really
great people and Brian.
It's a tough spot, right? We could talk trash about
that. It's funny. We give each other a hard time. We pick on each other a lot. But at the end of the day, if I have to go to war, I'm very thankful that I have Brian Morehouse on my side.
For sure.
I mean, we would agree. Being he's partly, I guess, to say your boss. I guess you have to say that. But I don't have to say that, and I don't want to go to war with him.
Well, I would, and
Okay.
he would actually be very shocked that I just said that. So.
Oh, I'm sure well, no, I don't know. You'll be all right. He'll be okay with it. So anyway. Well, Aaron, we appreciate you coming on, and we appreciate the fact that Brian has worked with us and helped us out some. So really, it's a great deal. And
because we care.
Yeah, and I hope we have to joke on him every now and then. I mean,
he would think we didn't like him if we didn't joke on him.
I could tell you some more stuff, but I won't because this is not the time. But we'll do it some other time.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, Aaron, we appreciate you coming on, and maybe we'll talk to you again soon. I mean, we don't see you no more, so
I know my racetrack days are very limited.
Well, Brian just sent a message that he's listening to us. So
I warned you. I warned you.
He's gonna be getting a phone call.
See, I'm not worried about the other people. I don't want everybody to get Brian, I ain't worried about. I can tell you stories on Brian, so we'll just go with that.
I wouldn't believe anything that you said.
That's true. That's true.
Aaron, I'm not going to do this on the line now, but I tell you, he's got a nickname. I don't know if you know what it is.
So yeah, obviously at SNN Infrastructure, we are very proud of what we do and the work that we deliver. And obviously, when our crews show up, you know that we've got this.
That's a good way to get around that. That's pretty good.
Well, that's a good PR person.
Yeah.
Good job.
Aaron, thank you for coming on, and don't stay. Come on every now and then. Let us know what's going on, and we're glad to have you on.
I'll behave.
Absolutely. Like I said, we've got a lot of exciting things coming, so we'll stay in touch and keep you guys posted.
All right. Well, we appreciate it. Thank you for being with us, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys. Have a good Christmas.
You too.
Oh, it's funny. But I mean, look, man. You know, honestly, we thankful for SNN. Oh yeah, infrastructure. Right, he's been with us for a while. Or Brian has.
They do a lot for us.
Well, you know,
supported us for a long
you
time.
know, it's hard for me to listen to people brag about Brian. You know how good he is and everything. And then he does the stuff he does to me, and the comments he makes and stuff. It's okay.
Well, it's kind of like when you grow up with somebody.
He's a good guy, but
people talking good about your friends that you grew up with. You're like, you only knew the things that we did.
Anyway, all right. Well, that's our show for tonight. We want to thank Jace for being with us.
No reunion.
No reunion. No PBR. No nothing. Just same old stuff. And
just a lot of barbecue.
Yeah.
But
Thanks, Eddie.
We'll want to thank, Fast Eddie brought us the barbecue, man. We appreciate him.
You need some home improvements, call Eddie. You need some barbecue, and thanks, Eddie, for stepping up on the sponsorship and providing a meal for whoever wins the Miles of Seamless Gutter big check.
Get your videos in.
And get your videos
4
in.
days. 4 days left. So get your videos in. And everything's got to be done by 20th. That's right, by the 20th. All right. For right now, we're going to no show next week because it's the week of Christmas. So
is it paid?
Yeah, it's a paid day off for you.
All right, yes.
All right. Clay's not going to take it.
And I'm going to even give you holiday pay.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, no, we're not going to be back.
Do we get overtime if we work it?
You're not going to work it here because no overtime to prove. But we'll be back. I think we'll be back after the first of the year. Let's take the next 2 off. We'll be back after the first of the year and start up again and get ready for the 2026.
Mason said he's going to make some videos on behalf of all the tire guys for a beer sponsor for the year. I think it's a great idea, Mason. you might submit it. You never know who might like it.
That's right. That's true. Anyway, thanks to Eddie. Thanks to Jason Rod, Gary Raven,
Happy Hanukkah,
Chris Lilly, and also Aaron Hall.
Man, that was kind of crazy. The people shooting the Hanukkah.
Yeah, that was weird.
I mean, we've definitely got some strange, some wild stuff going on the last week or so.
Everybody have a safe Christmas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Merry Christmas to everybody, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks.
Next year. Get your banquet tickets.
Don't forget your banquet tickets. All right. See you next week. 2 weeks.